The ocean, vast, unforgiving, unknowable. It sprawls across our planet, a realm of perpetual twilight where sunlight surrenders to an inky black abyss. We, creatures of the surface, cling to the illusion that we have mapped its depths, charted its currents, unraveled its secrets. We are wrong. The ocean keeps its secrets close. What we know is but a drop in a fathomless ocean of mystery. Join us as we look into the ocean's ebony depths and discover naval mysteries of the deep. From the frigid Arctic waters to the crushing pressures of the Mariana Trench, the ocean is alive with sound. The groans of glaciers calving into the sea, the clicks and whistles of dolphins, the haunting songs of whales. But what happens when a sound emerges from the abyss? A sound so alien, so powerful, that it challenges our understanding of the natural world. In 1997, a sound like no other was detected by hydrophones across the Pacific Ocean. This was the bloop. Scientists scrambled for an explanation. These incidents hint at a world beyond our comprehension, a world where the ocean's depths conceal creatures and phenomena beyond our wildest imaginings. The year was 1997. The Cold War had ended. The internet was in its infancy, and the world felt poised on the brink of a new millennium. But beneath the waves, in the eternal night of the Pacific Ocean, something stirred. It began as a low rumble, a tremor in the deep. Then it hit. The bloop. A sound like nothing ever recorded. It was a powerful, ultra-low frequency sound, traveling for thousands of miles across the Pacific Basin. The bloop was unique, a sonic enigma that sent shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned oceanographers. Speculation ran rampant. Could it be a geological event? A massive underwater volcanic eruption, or an earthquake on the ocean floor? The data didn't quite match. Some researchers suggested it might be the sound of a giant iceberg calving, splitting apart with a thunderous groan. But the frequency and signature of the bloop were unlike any iceberg event ever recorded. What if the bloop wasn't natural at all? What if it was the call, the hunting cry, of something monstrous, something lurking in the black depths? The bloop became a modern-day myth, a chilling reminder that there are still monsters in the dark. Years passed, and the bloop remained an enigma. Then, in the mid-2000s, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced a possible explanation. The sound of a large iceberg fracturing and breaking away from the ice shelf bore a striking resemblance to the bloop. The scientists theorized that a similar event, an enormous iceberg calving in the remote Pacific, could have been the source of the mysterious sound. The location of the bloop, near an area known for its iceberg activity, seemed to support this theory. Could the answer to this sonic mystery be so straightforward, so grounded in natural phenomena? The debate continued, with some clinging to the possibility of a more exotic explanation. To this day, the bloop remains officially unexplained. While the iceberg theory holds sway among many scientists, it hasn't quelled the imaginations of those who hear in the bloop something more, something unsettling and wondrous. The ocean, after all, is a vast and largely unexplored realm. We have mapped more of the surface of the moon than we have of our own planet's seabed. Perhaps one day, with advancements in underwater acoustics and exploration, we will finally unravel the mystery of the bloop. The bloop, regardless of its origin, stands as a sonic monument to the vastness of the unknown. The Arctic, a realm of perpetual ice and snow, where the sun barely rises above the horizon for months on end. Here, in this frozen wasteland, another sonic mystery was brewing. It began in the summer of 2016 in the icy waters off the coast of Nunavut, Canada. Inuit hunters reported hearing a strange sound emanating from the depths. It was a pinging, they said, a rhythmic hum that seemed to pulse beneath the ice. At first, their reports were dismissed, chalked up to the tricks that extreme cold can play on the mind. But then the Canadian military got involved. Speculation ran rampant. Was this some natural phenomenon? some quirk of the Arctic environment that had gone unnoticed until now. Theories abounded. Some suggested it could be the sound of icebergs scraping against the ocean floor, their massive bulk creating a resonant hum as they shifted with the currents. Others pointed to the possibility of underwater volcanic activity, the rumbling of the Earth's tectonic plates manifesting as a sonic anomaly in the water. But none of these theories quite fit the data. The sound was too regular, too rhythmic, to be the result of random geological events. As the pinging continued, a sense of unease settled over the region. The Inuit communities, whose lives were so closely intertwined with the rhythms of the natural world, felt a growing sense of dread. The Canadian military, bound by logic and protocol, were equally baffled. Their sonar equipment, designed to map the ocean floor and track enemy submarines, was useless in pinpointing the source of the sound. The pinging seemed to echo and reverberate through the water, bouncing off the ice and creating a sonic maze that defied their attempts to triangulate its origin. The search area was vast, encompassing hundreds of square miles of frigid, ice-choked water. Then, as abruptly as it began, the pinging stopped. Silence descended upon the region, a silence all the more profound for the weeks of unsettling noise that had preceded it. The Canadian military, after months of intensive searching, were no closer to finding an explanation. Theories continued to circulate, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish, but without any concrete evidence, the mystery of the Arctic ping remained unsolved. Some whispered of ancient creatures, long thought to be the stuff of legend, awakening from their icy slumber in the depths. But in the absence of any definitive answers, the mystery of the Arctic ping faded from the headlines. The Arctic ping, like the Bloop before it, served as a stark reminder of how little we truly understand about the world's oceans. These vast watery realms, covering over 70% of our planet's surface, remain largely unexplored, their depths concealing secrets that continue to elude our grasp. The Arctic ping hinted at the possibility of phenomena beyond our current understanding. It served as a reminder that we are not alone on this planet, that there are forces at work, natural or otherwise, that we are only just beginning to comprehend. And as we venture further into these unexplored territories, we must be prepared for the unexpected. The ocean, it seems, still holds many secrets, and not all of them are willing to remain silent. The USS Stein, a Knox-class frigate of the United States Navy, was a formidable vessel. Commissioned in 1972, she was built to withstand the harshest ocean conditions, to hunt submarines in the storm-tossed North Atlantic and patrol the vast expanse of the Pacific. Her hull, a symphony of steel and rivets, was designed to deflect torpedoes. Her sonar dome, a bulbous appendage at the bow, the very eyes and ears of the ship. In the summer of 1978, the USS Stein was conducting routine operations in the Eastern Pacific. Her crew, seasoned sailors and skilled technicians, went about their duties with the quiet efficiency born of long hours at sea. But what began as a routine patrol would soon become a chilling encounter with the unknown. The Stein altered course, moving closer to the source of the interference. As she did so, the sonar readings became even more erratic, the distortion growing stronger with each passing moment. Then, with a sickening crunch that reverberated through the ship, the sonar dome went dead. The Stein, effectively blinded in the depths, was forced to surface and limp back to port, her mission abruptly cut short. Back at the naval base, the crew of the Stein watched with a mixture of awe and apprehension as the massive sonar dome was hauled from the depths and lowered onto the dry dock. The sonar dome, normally smooth and resilient, was scarred and gouged, its rubberized coating ripped and torn as if attacked by some monstrous sea creature. The damage was unlike anything the experienced shipyard workers had ever seen. The Navy, understandably concerned about the vulnerability of its vessels, launched an investigation. Marine biologists were brought in to examine the damage. Their expertise sought to determine what kind of creature could have inflicted such wounds. Theories abounded, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Some suggested a giant squid, Its massive tentacles, armed with rows of sharp hooks, had mistaken the sonar dome for a rival and attacked. Others pointed to the possibility of a large, predatory shark, its razor-sharp teeth capable of tearing through flesh and bone with ease. The incident, whispered among sailors and whispered in hushed tones in the halls of the Pentagon, challenged the Navy's understanding of the ocean depths. The official investigation, inconclusive as it was, attributed the damage to a collision with a large marine animal, most likely a squid or shark of unusual size. But doubts lingered. The incident aboard the USS Stein served as a stark reminder that despite our technological prowess, despite our ability to map the stars and split the atom, we have only just begun to scratch the surface of our own planet's oceans. What creatures, what marvels might lurk in those depths, hidden from our prying eyes? The USS Stein, a steel leviathan wounded in the deep, became a symbol of our enduring ignorance of the ocean depths, a testament to the possibility that there are things out there, things beyond our comprehension, things that challenge our very understanding of the natural world. The story of the USS Stein, like the Bloop and the Arctic Ping, became part of a growing body of evidence suggesting that the ocean depths are not as silent, not as empty as we once believed. And as we venture further into those depths, whether in the pursuit of scientific knowledge, military dominance, or economic gain, we must be prepared for the possibility of encountering things that challenge our assumptions, things that remind us that we are not the masters of this planet, merely tenants in a world far older and more mysterious than we could possibly imagine. The ocean, for all its vastness, for all its depths that dwarf our tallest mountains and hide creatures that defy imagination, holds us in its sway. It is a realm of contradictions, beautiful and terrifying, life-giving and unforgiving. We are drawn to it, compelled to explore its mysteries, to plumb its depths in search of answers. The Bloop, the Arctic Ping, the USS Stein incident. These are but a handful of the mysteries that have emerged from the deep, each one a tantalizing glimpse into a world beyond our understanding. Are they natural phenomena explained away by the movement of icebergs or the rumblings of the Earth's tectonic plates? Or are they something more, something that hints at an intelligence, a power that we have yet to comprehend? The ocean does not easily yield its secrets. For every answer we glean from its depths, a dozen new questions arise. It is a humbling thought to realize that for all our technological advancements, for all our satellites and submersibles and deep-sea probes, we have barely scratched the surface of this watery world. We, as a people, are driven to explore. As a new generation of oceanographers, armed with cutting-edge technology and a thirst for knowledge, are venturing into the abyss, seeking to unravel the mysteries that have captivated humanity for centuries. Autonomous underwater vehicles, capable of diving deeper and staying submerged longer than ever before, are mapping the ocean floor, revealing a landscape as alien and diverse as anything we have found on other planets. New imaging techniques are allowing us to peer through the veil of darkness, to observe creatures that were once the stuff of legend, to witness firsthand the intricate dance of life in the abyssal plains. And as we listen, truly listen, to the symphony of sounds emanating from the deep, we are beginning to understand the complex language of the ocean, a language that speaks of currents and tides, of seismic shifts and volcanic eruptions, of the movements of creatures both familiar and strange. The ocean, for all its mysteries, is not a realm to be feared, but one to be respected. It is a vital part of our planet's ecosystem, a source of food and resources, a regulator of our climate. As we continue to explore its depths, we must do so with a sense of humility and responsibility, recognizing that we are guests in this ancient and awe-inspiring realm. The ocean, after all, holds the key to our past, the present, and perhaps even our future. Thank you for joining us around the campfire. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another amazing story. And be sure to join us next time as we explore Tales from the Shadows.